Hi, my name is Billie and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Excuse me, I was just burping in my mouth. So, important tip when you're making a video: if you're going to burp in your mouth, try and keep your lips closed. Okay? But don't tell anybody you're doing it. That's the other advice I would give you. The second piece of advice I will give you is, if you like Doctor Who, this is a review of the movie 1917, if I didn't already say it. If you like Doctor Who, however, I'm doing Doctor Who DVD giveaways. The next one I'm giving away is Doctor Who Series 2, which is the first David Tennant season. Absolutely fantastic TV, fantastic Doctor Who at its best. All you have to do to win it is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with the hashtag Doomsday, and you can share that anyway. You can put it on Facebook, Twitter. I'll do a search for everywhere for it. And I'm doing the prize drawing on Sundays when I'm on the TARDIS Zone. We're talking about the new episode of season 12 of Doctor Who right after they air. That's when we're doing the drawing, and then there'll be a new DVD giveaway each week. But this is nothing to do with that. This is about the incredible movie 1917. Again, I saw it last night. I actually recorded my review of it last night, but then I realized when I woke up this morning, I missed out this really important point. So, okay, let's start with the basics. This is a strong recommend. It's a strong recommend to go in the cinema, to go and see it in the cinema. I watch it at home on I have a nice big screen TV, but nothing. This is such an immersive movie that you want to be on the inside. Well, you don't really, because it's harrowing for most of it. But you want to go on the director's journey. You want to go and feel this story. Best way of doing it is in a cinema. I made a mistake of going on Tuesday night, which is apparently senior citizens in Israel, which is where I live, get half price. So I was the youngest person in the cinema. Me and my wife, we were the youngest there, and people were talking to each other. So Tuesdays is not a good day in Israel to go and see an immersive movie like this. It's directed by Sam Mendes. You probably know him from directing the wonderful Skyfall and the really disappointing Spectre. What else did he do? He did a lot of very good. You know what? Let's have a look at his IMDb. Oh, I even have it opened up. Look at me. Director is 10 credits. Doink. Let's have a look. He did American Beauty. American Beauty wrote a petition. 2 absolutely fantastic movies. I don't know any of his other work, but he's a wonderful filmmaker, and this is really, I think, his masterwork. It really is. It's firstly, it's an incredible technical achievement because it appears to be all in one shot. There's no cuts in between shots. It's all like one moving shot, and that can be very gimmicky. I saw them do that. There's an English writer called Dennis Potter who died in the 90s, I think. Fantastic writer. I mean, he was a real visionary TV writer. He did something called The Sing Detective and Pennies from Heaven. They did bad movies of both of them, but they go and watch the original BBC versions. And he directed one of his own pieces, which wasn't very good, called Black Eyes. And he did a lot of this slow moving, continual panning. And it was kind of dull. It didn't work. But here, it completely works because it draws you inside the story. It draws you inside this movie. And this is where exactly want to be. This is a very street level, a very low level view of the realities of World War One. And I would say the overarching theme of this movie is duty. Is the execution of duty above all else, which I think is actually, people say World War One is such a pointless war. Possibly, but this was a war in which everybody pushed themselves beyond the limits of human endurance and fight and died because of duty. Everybody did their duty. They did, and there is such an intrinsic good in that. I think saying it was a pointless war is so it's so, what's the word I'm thinking? Not disingenuous. It's so insulting and so misses the point. It's so insulting to the memory of those who've suffered and died in it, and so completely missed the point as to why they suffered and died. They suffered and died so they could look themselves in the mirror and have self-respect, saying when their duty came calling, they performed it, which and they didn't give up no matter what. So I just think that's a incredible lesson that previous generation has taught us, and sadly, I think that's a lesson that's been completely lost today. So it stars basically nobody I've ever heard of before. Actually, no. What I found out later after I was looking at IMDb trying to work out who he was. One of the two stars. I think Dean Charles Chapman. I don't even know his name. Dean Charles Chapman was, or it could be the other one. There's two stars who are basically hold this whole movie. George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman. Let's see which one is which. One of them played Tomlin. Tomlin is the other one. So yeah, who was the kid's name again? Dean Charles Chapman. He played Tommen, not Targaryen, Lannister. Yeah, in Game of Thrones. He's grown up a bit now, and fantastic performance. These performances again. This is the reason I think this movie works, and I think this is Mendes' masterwork, is because you have this incredible technical achievement of this constant moving camera and constantly and without intercutting, but also is married with an incredible script that has just breathtakingly personal and massive stakes that I don't think could get any higher and in any way, combined with fantastic acting, breathtaking acting. But the real great thing about this is this. There's virtually no exposition in this movie. Everything you know about the characters is revealed normally, organically through their actions and until you know who these people are. You know they are so incredibly intently. So the stories are basically a simple one. I think a private, like a low level British soldier, Blake, who last name is told to go to pick somebody and go to the command bunker. They're in this fields in France. I would have thought in the middle of the First World War. They go to the command bunker. They go to the command bunker, and in there is Colin Firth. Basically, apart from these two guys who you've never heard of, you've never seen before, it has everybody, every actor that you love seeing. And they're in it for like a minute and a half to 2 minutes. So you go into the bunker, and the general with half the British forces, played by Colin Firth. Well, I'm looking at IMDb. Let's see what his character name was. General Eremore. No idea if he's a real person or not. So he tells them that 9 miles away, through what was enemy territory, but apparently from the aerial photography, it looks like the enemy have withdrawn. 9 miles away is 1,600 men under the command of the colonel, and they're about to attack. But the attack is a trap, and they're all going to be slaughtered. That's very high stakes. But what makes it even higher stakes is that in this company of 1,600 men is this soldier's brother. So I don't have a brother, and so it's kind of I understand the theory of how that would drive, but then to make it real to myself, which then just unbelievably pulled me into this movie, was I thought about my sons. I have 2 boys, 2 girls. I thought about my sons. I have a younger son and an older son. So this character's brother, it's his older brother, and my younger son, like he looks up to his older brother. He kind of idolizes him. His older brother is a pretty impressive guy. He's an officer in the Israeli army, which again in Israel that's kind of like being in the Ivy League. It's a very prestigious thing to be able to ask to and to do, and it sets you up pretty nicely for the rest of your life. So my younger brother idolizes my older brother, and it's the same kind of relationship they have in this movie. And I know if my younger son was given this mission, there is nothing that would stop him. There is no way he would stop, no matter what. And he would probably screw it up. He'll probably end up killing half the British forces and himself doing it. But he would know. He is the heart of a lion, that kid, and he would not stop. And so that's the stakes of this movie. So, and the rest of the movie is what I think works as the best war movies possible. One of my favorite movies is Apocalypse Now, which is I love the like a quest through a war-torn countryside, which is both beautiful and also horrifically ravaged by war, and the experience of that. Also, Saving Private Ryan is a very similar template. So this, fantastic template, and takes you on a real low level, real close up view of what life is like in World War I. So it starts off, they have to go out of the trenches, and then we meet Andrew Scott's in it. Again, for 10 seconds, Andrew Scott, you probably will remember as Moriarty in Sherlock, or he was in the second season of Fleabag, which, yeah, on reflection, I think he was the greatest thing in that second season of Fleabag. Really great actor. He was also recently in a Black Mirror. So, yeah, he's very good at playing people wrung out and just completely stressed beyond belief, which is what he plays there. So he's been under, they've been in combat for a long time. People are being killed left, right, and centre. And he this is the last British forces that these two soldiers see when they go over the top of the trenches. So apparently the Germans have left, but it's terrifying. So they're going across the trench, and you see like these again this incredible close up realism of World War One. So these bodies buried like half in the mud, half in craters, bodies of horses everywhere, and it's not gratuitous. It's very real, and the palpable tension of like they don't know if this is a trap, they don't know if it's real. And no one is safe in this movie. There's no one you can say, oh, he's going to make it. And it's really about their odyssey, getting this message to this colonel to tell him to call off the attack, which is a trap. And it's an utterly beautiful movie. It's the director of photography was Roger Deakins. He recently won a Oscar. Not that Oscars matter in any way, shape, or form for director of photography for Blade Runner 2049, which I know a lot of people didn't like. I was into it mainly because of Roger Deakins. It looked absolutely beautiful. This movie looks absolutely beautiful. It's so both Mendes and Deakins, they are incredibly talented professionals at the top of the game, effortlessly delivering breathtaking cinema. And again, this is why I say this is one to see in cinemas. Yeah, I think the last movie, the last great epic war movie that was also kind of gimmicky in its technical achievement was Dunkirk. And where this one works, where I don't think Dunkirk did, is you are so invested in these two main characters and their mission. Whereas I felt Dunkirk kind of left you cold. The only character that really I connected with in Dunkirk was Tom Hardy's character. And then at the end of the movie, where he was the fighter pilot that captured by the Germans. Spoilers, you haven't seen Dunkirk. Then I just wanted to see the Prisoner of War movie with Tom Hardy in it. That's like, oh, give me that movie. No, but okay, apparently not. Fine. So what else to say? So again, there are incredible cameo after incredible cameo. Benedict Cumberbatch, just breathtaking performance, a breathtakingly real and honest performance as well. That's authentic, I think is the word. And that's what you see going through the beating heart of this movie. It's just this incredible realism, touches of beauty, and moments of just incredible humanity. At one point, in the rubbles of a town, they find a girl hiding with a baby, and they kind of in this this moment of human connection. I mean, this movie genuinely made me cry 3 times. I mean, and there was the final scene as well with the guy from now I can't remember, guy from Game of Thrones. He played what's the one of the Stark kids. Also the bodyguard. What's his name? Great actor, but I've seen him give good performance as well. This performance of just strength and grief and reality and life. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was painful. It was gut wrenching. So this is a strong recommend. if you hadn't picked up, this is genuine. This is a very very strong recommend. Daniel Mays is in it as well. Again, Daniel Mays, another great actor. What's he been? Have you seen Life on Mars? Which most people haven't heard of now, which is strange. Just trying to see what other actors are in there that I know. Just so many people. I'm like, oh, I recognize that, and just everybody. It was again perfect marriage of direction, director of photography, script, acting, to make just incredible cinema. 2-hour movie. Certainly, I think one of the best movies of the year. I can't think of a better movie. Yeah, the other thing I want to say is, with all this glut of superhero movies that are coming out, which I think have just got a bit overwrought. You know, with Avengers Endgame, and those they're so big, and they're so effects heavy. We have a movie like this, which is such an incredibly stronger uh, demonstration of technical brilliance because it's not trying to be showy; it's trying to tell a story, and I think that's the bottom line. It tells a story that you care about, a story that you're invested in. It tells it beautifully. It tells it well. So I really recommend it. This was a real gem for me. Oh, and the other thing goes without saying because I like it so much is there was no wokeness in it. You know, there was no rewriting of history to make the majority of the commanders female or like lots of people of color. Or yeah, they were just no. It actually retold the story of our history uh, without a need to pander to modern day sensibilities. Wars were mainly fought by men. That's just the reality, and so they showed that, and yeah, I think the reason that I don't know, but I imagine the blue checkmark Twitter Taliban will not like this movie at all. For two reasons. One, it shows masculinity, which they hate. They absolutely hate masculinity, and they would call it toxic masculinity. I would not go. Again, this is people driven by a bond of duty and honor and love. That can't be overstated, which is saying again the blue checkmark Twitter Taliban. These are qualities they do not know or possess or can comprehend. Um, and again, so it's very male. So it's very beautiful. Things they dislike. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think because I really love this movie. If I've been coy about that, I apologize. I really love this movie. It's again certainly one of the best movies of the year. Might be one of the best movies of the decade. I really have to think about it. But yeah, let me think. And then 2010s, probably. I'm gonna have to think about the other movies that came out this decade. In a cultural wasteland that we live in of utter dross being forced on us to consume because it happens to fit in to whatever moronic political ideology that the filmmakers want to shove down your throat. Just telling a good, honest story with stakes that matters, that beautiful is I've missed it. You know, this is it's like I guess if you break up from a spouse and then you see them after like a year or so being out and you miss them. It's the same sort of thing. I miss good cinema, and this reminded me of that, and it was nice to see it. It was lovely to see it again. I hope we see it more. My name is Phila Beck and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget the hashtag Doomsday, and don't forget to let me know what you think. The best bit about YouTubing is interacting with you. It genuinely is. So look, honestly, if I don't think I've ever said this out before, I'm saying it now. I will start saying it on videos. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about, just let me know. If there's anything, just let me know in the comments. I look at all the comments. I will read them. Just let me know. I will look. I'm here as much for you as I am for me. Actually, I'm really here for my family, so I don't have to bore them with my endless witterings, mostly about Doctor Who. So you're providing a very important role in family therapy. But if there's anything that you want me to talk about, let me know. Again, my name's Phila Beck, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Like, share, subscribe, and have a fantastic day.